What it do, baby?
Mic check.
Welcome to Detroit City. I said welcome to Detroit City.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. Do you understand?
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play and we ride on them things like every day.
Rod to God, I see you.
Now what y'all know about them Texas boys?
Let's go.
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda.
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda.
Access denied. Nigga, you gay. Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. Do you understand?
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda. California.
Peace up, A-Town down. Yeah.
Access denied.
You could hear the cholesterol in her voice.
California.
We the mafia, we the mafia, Bills mafia, Bills mafia, we the mafia, we the mafia, Bills mafia, Bills mafia, we the mafia.
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. Do you understand?
Welcome to Detroit City. I said welcome to Detroit City.
Order! 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 Order!
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda.
Let's go.
Now what y'all know about them Texas boys?
Broken traditions, I see you.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play and we ride on them things like every day.
Nigga, I'm from New York, New York. We the mafia, we the mafia, Bills mafia, Bills mafia, we the mafia, we the mafia, Bills mafia, Bills mafia, we the mafia.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
Shout out to the squad. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let's see what we got here. Who we got in the building? Order!
Order! Order! Order! Order!
Oh, I got that from New York, baby. Okay, cool. Appreciate all you guys being here. But let's get it started. I got to do this the right way. What am I doing? Stand by. Shout out to DoBetterSquad. My name is Theo Coop. And yeah, that's what they call me.
Call me bitches.
Salute to everybody. I just wanted to make sure because my mic went out yesterday. I ordered a new cord, but it hasn't gotten here. It's supposed to be here yesterday. It's supposed to be here this morning. So I got about 3 other cords in my house and none of them worked. So. I hate struggle streaming. So let's get to it. Let me see those locations in the chat. I am broadcasting live from Detroit, Michigan, the greatest city in the Midwest and the greatest city in the United States of America. I said that shit. And if you have a problem with me boosting my own city, I got 2 words for you.
Access denied.
Let me see those locations in the chat. Let's get it. Let's go. DoBetterSquad, we in here. Let's go. Let me see those locations in the chat. Who in the building? Pooh Man 313. What up, yo? Shout out to my Detroit people. Where y'all at, bro? Where's my button?
Hey, welcome to Detroit City. I said, welcome to Detroit City.
Mona D, what it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
Mona D, my people. Let's see, who else we got? Who else we got in the building? Shout out to homie D Samuel, Rod the God, H-Time, what it do? EJ, what up, Theo? What up, EJ? Mr. Jordan, how you doing, sir? Glamorous D, shout out to Glamorous D, bro. I got some for you here in a second, bro. Mr. Boombastic, representing Baltimore.
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda.
Oh, you heard the Buffalo drop. I played it a couple times. I'll play it again. Shout out to homie BLJ dropping the dub on your boy Earl. I got you. I'm gonna let that ride. That's gonna sit for a second up there. What's going on, everybody? I see y'all in the chat. Oh, Brandon, that's gotta go back up there. Who all we got in the building? 8 Sports Talk. I see you. Sean Taylor, what's good, yo? SFMTV, bro. We gotta do something about that name. I hate names I struggle with. Shout out to Dallas, man. Shout out to all my vets. B Mace, what's good, man? What's going on, Selena and Brian, the Masons? Hope I can find me a woman to be booed up like the Masons do. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. 420 in the mofo. Shout out to the 700. Shout out to the UK, man. Top of the morning to you, bro.
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Oh, we got to get to the super chat here real quick. We got one already from the homie BLJ. Shout out to BLJ, man. I got 2 sound bites for you. We're going to air horn. Oh, no. I'm slipping. I got another sound bite I've been wanting to play for this.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
I always love that. Shout out to the homie BLJ. He says, I'll get it started early. These weights ain't going to lift themselves. Cali checking in. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Brandon out there in Cali on the West Coast. I know it's super early there. I've been up waiting to do the show, man. I got up at 4 a.m. to hit the gym. Came outside and I had a goddamn flat tire, bro. I'm not about to change that tire at 4 a.m. in goddamn Michigan. I will go to the tire shop as soon as the stream is over. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping and we get right to it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. BLJ dropping the dub on your boy, man. I'm going to hit it again.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
What's going on, Bella Rings? Make sure you guys subscribe to Bella Rings. Let's see here. Who else in the building, man? Let's see. We got Darius representing ATL Zone 6. Shout out to you, man. He's in the great state of
Georgia.
Shout out to everybody down south. Shout out to all my southerners. Let's see who else we got in the building. Who's this? Broken Edition, shout out to you, bro. He said, I'm going to see if I could get Femi on your line. No, thank you. No, thank you. We good. Appreciate it. You can try if you want, BT. Here's what you're going to hear.
Access denied.
No, thank you. Shout out to you, though. Appreciate it. Bad seed. I see you. Randall, Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to my Florida people, man. Let's see. Who else we got in the building? Beanie. What up, though? Last one left. Hayes. Bam, you know I got you, bro.
Roll Tide.
Let's see. Metal Jake. Good morning. What's going on? Metal Jake? Yeah, Metal Jake. I just realized the other day you were the guy. I usually see you over there do name days. Shout out to you. Ooh, what do we have here? Ashanti. Oh, I've always liked that name. Ashanti Cowley says, good morning from Rochester, New York. Shout out to you. I know it's not, well, is Rochester close to Buffalo? That's about the best I got. So, yo, shout out to all my New Yorkers, man. All right, let's get to it. Shout out to Jenny, Georgia.
Georgia.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Housekeeping real quick. Let me get to it. I had a couple announcements to make real quick. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. Let's get another member of the Do Better Squad. I see you, Project Leroy. Salute. 88 Sports Talk. I see you, man. Rod, Neil, Jay Gray, the submissive missus. Oh, you know I got something for you, my lady. Oh, Broker just says, hell no, Rochester nowhere near Buffalo. Here's the thing, BT, I know it ain't New York. That's I know that. I know that at least. I know it's not New York City, bro, but hey, man, if it ain't New York City from the outside of New Yorkers, it's either New York City and upstate. For you non-New Yorkers, let me break this down. It's New York City and it's upstate. Everything else is upstate, baby. Damn near Jersey, bro. Shout out to you, man. I got a super chat here. Let me finish this housekeeping real quick. Make sure that you guys, what do I have here? Oh, I apologize. Oh, yeah, I had some info. That's right. I had some info. I missed a Cash App yesterday from M Cash Out 02. He sent it to me during the live, but I missed it. He says for the, he's talking about the old girl. She submits to the buffets. I actually missed two other ones. The Raging Half Asian, he sent me one, said, accountability is like saying I'm full. And then my sexy is strong. I missed my sexy is strong, and you guys added me. I missed one. She said, shout out to you, Theo. Headed to the gym so I don't look like sis. Y'all was going into the chat. And then the other one was Glamorous D. I found your super chat, Glamorous D. What happened was, if you guys remember, if you were watching the show yesterday, my mic cut out. As I said, I need a new mic cord that should be here momentarily. The mic cut out the same time that you sent your super chat. So once you sent your super chat, everybody started saying, Theo, we can't hear you. You're muted. So your super chat got thrown all the way the hell off the screen, bro, because everybody was trying to let me know that I was muted. So that's why I missed it. But shout out to you guys. Party Line, I see you, man. And then, yeah. Oh, one more thing. I put something on the community tab. I'm letting y'all know again. The wrenching has started. I have way too many moderators. I'm slimming that shit down like crazy. I had close to 40 moderators. I had 40 moderators when I started. I already started taking wrenches. I've only taken about 5. Some of you guys may have been missing one. You might still have one. You likely won't have it for long. Nobody did anything. It's just that it's my mistake. I made too many moderators, so I have to take that away. So I'm going to be taking a lot of wrenches. I got like 30 mods right now. I plan to get that shit down to 20, just letting y'all know. So if you lose, and some of these people are going to be long-time subs to the show, man. If you lose your wrench, if it makes you feel a certain way, I apologize about that. It's just business. I just promoted too many people. So let me go ahead and get these super chats here. Shout out to the homie Moses. Shout out to Moses over in the UK, man.
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Appreciate the $10 super chat, bro. I love to see them euros, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we just have a new member join the Do Better Squad. Salute. We ain't even started yet. Look like we got a channel member as well. Kicking off the super chats early from the UK. Where's my cup of tea, dog? Fags, bro. Facts, man. I got something for you, man. Daniel said he liked this one. Shout out to homie Daniel. I'm pretty sure he's in the chat.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. You understand?
That just makes me laugh, man. Appreciate the super chat, Moses. Let's see. Shout out to everybody in the UK. Let's see what we got here. Oh, BT. Shout out to homie BT, man. BT just joined the Do Better Squad. I got to give you a salute, bro.
General, I salute you.
Shout out to all my Atlanta people. He going to get another drop.
Peace up. A-Town down. Yeah.
One more, bro. Thanks for joining the squad, man. I got one channel member one channel member, a show rule. And we already hit there, so I won't bother nobody else, but please join the channel membership if you can. Back to it. Oh, and then one more thing. Shout out to Bella Rings. Who else in here? Sam Smee, I see you. One more thing. Shout out to the homie Media Man. I was on his channel last night. I was just, in the chat. And Media Man said something. This is not the first time he said it. Media Man said this. Theo Coop got the best soundboard on YouTube. And you guys may or may not notice, I kind of suck at getting compliments because I'm not used to getting them, to keep it in the buck, just to be honest with you guys. But I thought about that. You know what? I'm going to own that. I do. Theo Coop, the best soundboard on YouTube, baby. I'm taking it. If you have a problem with me saying that I have the best soundboard on and I'm just trying to bullshit because I can't find my button. If you got a problem with me saying I have the best soundboard on YouTube, here's why.
Nigga, you gay.
Back to it, man. Let's get to the video. Let's see here. What's going on? All good. Oh yeah, no. I just realized that I was just rewatched the stream. I rewatched every stream, and I just did because I've been up so early. I just rewatched. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. So shout out to y'all, man. Let's get to it. We got part two. Part two with Big Shirley, and apparently she was supposed to be on Drew's channel again last night, but I guess she had some conflicting issues with her schedule and couldn't make it. So I'm like, that's good. We can knock out part 2 and 3 and then see what happens when she's back on there again next week. So shout out to you, man. Yeah, show the BT some love. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Make sure you guys show Broken Traditions some love in the chat. Team Peterson, I see you. Shout out to all my vets, man.
In general, I salute you.
All right, cool. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to this first one, man. This first one is this one's part 2. One more thing about part 2, I forgot to write this down, is that in this part, she's going to, of course she's going to be ridiculous again, but she's going to listen closely towards the end. She's going to talk about, towards the middle of the end, she's going to talk about why she broke up. She had a good man, a boyfriend, and she's going to tell the audience why she broke up with him. It is the most ridiculous shit. Dang, I'm supposed to stop cussing. It's the most ridiculous thing. I'm really trying to work on my swearing. I don't want to curse as much. It's the most ridiculous thing. Let's get to it. The reason she breaks up with her boyfriend is crazy, y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get it started.
Those dudes are the minority. And the reason why they're in your face is because you allowed them to be there. And the proof is not only in that dumb motherfucker that I met that night, but the 7 kids that motherfucker spit out in House of Hypocrites. That dude somehow that small percentage of men are the ones getting all the pussy. Shocker.
Salute,
and then when I asked you who's supposed to be training these dudes, you said we are. I'm not responsible for raising a dude that come from a single mother household. So I'm gonna ask you again. Is the black family better off now than they were in the 60s? Their answer is no. We've gone backwards. We've gone backwards because sisters are not marrying before they carry. Now I'll give you a lot of credit because you've gotten to this point in your life, and the thing that I can say about you that's positive is that you was responsible for you did not spit out a kid.
Fact.
I'll give you that. But what I'm telling you is there's a majority of women, only because y'all outnumber us 8-1. A majority of women are not responsible, and they are stupid, and they hide behind the thing, oh, I had a baby because I was young. And as men, we look at the baby daddies, and you know what we say? She didn't see that nigga coming?
No, she didn't. She didn't. Right. What are you talking about? She didn't.
But watch this. I can tell. There's every man in this chat right now has had that female friend where we've been the boyfriend without the benefits of being the boyfriend. We ain't getting no pussy. We'll take them out to eat. We'll show them a good time, but we ain't getting no pussy. And then when they're talking to us about a guy they're seeing, we're saying, look, I don't think that guy's good news for you. And we get called the haters. And they go off and they have sex and have a baby out of wedlock. And then you want to cry on my shoulder. It's happened to me a bunch of times. You want to cry on my shoulder because you made a bad decision. And these women, when they pass the wall, they want to come to the dude that's been responsible with their penis and say, why we never got together? We didn't get together because I wasn't the nigga. Whether I was too short, too fat, too tall, I had big titties, or I couldn't jump, I couldn't dunk a basketball. I didn't look the way you looked. But now that I'm an adult, now that I'm an adult, now you want me to clean up your mess.
I'm sorry. Shout out to homie Corey Joe for the $2 super chat. He says the cursing is entertainment. Facts, man. And it's not even like I think like I curse too much, because there's way more YouTubers who curse a lot more than I do. It's just that I'm always thinking about the future, man. I'll be 40 this year. I don't want to look back on the video 10 years from now when I'm 50, like, dang, why was I cursing so much? Just that, man. That's it. Back to it.
And the only thing I'll give you is that you don't have no mess to clean up.
Listen to
You don't
you
have no mess
versus
to clean
listening
up.
to me.
I'm
telling you, this is for the black community. You told me this was about how to help, and then you want to sit up here and tell me you ain't going to help? We can end this then. We can end it.
No. Because
you gonna tell me you're not gonna help?
In order to understand,
you heard me try to help. I just said I got 2 niggas therapy. I tried to help, but I tried to help.
Hold on. But see, you're missing my point, because
you missing the point.
No, you missing the point.
You just told me you wasn't gonna
what's happening
help.
now? What's happening now? I need you to get it. This is not feelings. I'm talking to you. This is facts.
The point of
These
this
are facts.
podcast that we want
These
is
are
that
facts.
how do we help the black? How do we help?
Right.
Baby,
I'm getting there. But I let you cook for 6 minutes straight, and now I'm responding to what you said. Thank you. I'm responding to what you said. Okay, because I asked you, is the black household better now than it was in the 60s? I firmly believe in order to understand how we got here, we have to understand where we came from.
Facts,
and
bro.
if we're going to fix it, we need to know how to fix it so we're not doomed to make the same mistakes. So that's where the brainstorming comes in.
I apologize for pausing. Unless something wrong with my chat. I just seen Z Whip send like 7 super chats, bro. I think he sent the same one, just went over a bunch of times, bro. Unless it just came over crazy. Y'all let me know if y'all see it too. I see Z Whip with the some for breakfast. Salute to you, bro.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
But I swear I see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. But appreciate you, Z Whip. You know I got something for you. Let's see here. What is my thing doing? Where the hell is...
Where's my money, bitch?
Let's get back to it. Appreciate you, Z Whip. Am I tripping? That came over like 8 times, bro. Back to it. I'm gonna look in the chat, see what y'all said. Let me get this video going.
What could we do to fix it? And the first thing we need to do, I need y'all sisters to ignore the 13% of niggas that ain't shit. Ignore them niggas, because somehow they're getting all the tail. They're getting all the tail. Do you know it's like 86% of men that are eligible bachelors? You brought up the passport bros. Do you know why they exist? Do you know why? First of all, white men been doing this shit for years. The reason why the passport bros exist is because they're not finding any compliance here. What is wrong with a man saying, hey, look, I want a woman with a fresh pair of ovaries. I want a woman that looks a certain way. I'm not Why is it that every time I go out on a date, there's a chick and she's like, my kids come first? Wait a minute. Why do you have so many kids? You're 35. You got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies. What was you doing, baby? I'm supposed to come clean up that mess? Because you made that mess. The man didn't make that mess. You made choices. You chose to lay down with this dude who ain't shit. You chose to procreate with a dude without promises of a wedding or marriage or anything. You chose that guy. So why is it that the next man got to come in and clean up your mess? That's not fair. And you know what? If you had a son, you wouldn't tell him to date a woman with 3 kids. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. So these brothers, they're saying, yo, look, I can't find what I want here. There's nothing wrong with me exploring my options elsewhere. And what y'all did, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all did. What y'all did was when brothers left, what y'all did was y'all.
And I apologize, Drew. Did you notice? I know you noticed that you was talking to her. She became obsessed with your brother over it. She couldn't stand the fact that your brother was in his 50s and unmarried, even though she's 40 and unmarried. Like, it's the weirdest thing, man. Let me grab this super chat right here, and we'll get right back to it. That's weird. I noticed that. She just became obsessed with Drew's brother, who wasn't even part of the conversation. He just brought him up once or twice, talking about older stories that happened when they were in their youth. It's crazy. Shout out to Almanaz. Almanaz says, This false equality she's trying is foolishness. Yeah, man, it's a bit ridiculous. It's a bit ridiculous, and it just gets worse. Like I said, I'm looking forward to part 3. Rubbing my hands like Birdman to get to that one tomorrow. But yeah, appreciate the super chat. Let's get back to it. Oh, one more time here.
Where's my money, bitch?
Insulted the women in the countries that they went to, and now these women are clapping back. And I told brothers, stay out of that. Stay out.
I just realized me and old girl got on the same color shirt. Damn. I fucked up.
Of that because they didn't do that. You see, black women, what they've done, if we've been dealing with insults for years, we're numb to the shit. And what happened was when y'all got word that brothers was leaving, y'all got offended. Y'all got offended. I'm talking about the women that are talking about it. Y'all don't give a fuck, but it's all over the internet. Now let me ask you a question.
You want to know why it's all over the internet? Because y'all made 32,829 million videos saying black women, black women, black women, black women. And then when we say something, now we hear. We give a fuck because y'all wanted us to give a fuck.
I also know that black women spent over $1 billion in hair and beauty products, and their boys got third grade reading level. Did you hear what I said?
White men been doing it for years, right?
Did you hear what I said?
Did they pit two communities against each other?
Did you hear what I said? See, this is the problem.
Y'all did that.
We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. The reality is there was an order.
I just did a video on a man.
There was an order. Your algorithms are all tweaked. Okay,
Facts.
There was an order.
Well, that would mean y'all
chose government assistance rather than the family household. And you just said your belief levels come from a lineage of abuse. You said that.
No, my belief levels. Are you gonna let me talk? Because if you're not gonna let me talk, I got other stuff that obviously.
No, well, I let you talk for 6 minutes, and I
okay,
let you cook.
I'm gonna forget.
And I got a lot of more, but. Go ahead.
Yo, you're basically saying the same thing that every other man says. Y'all go back to childhood. Y'all go back to girl. Do y'all think that every dude that I went to, that he liked me when I was in a fucking kindergarten? You think that my feelings ain't get hurt, that I ain't buy somebody a goddamn flower for Valentine's Day? And I said, hey, Dean, I really like you. And this nigga ain't take my flower and throw this shit. Would you think I'm gonna be mad forever? I got the fuck over it. You think me as a plus size woman, that when a man don't want to talk to me, that I say, yo, I could have been a woman for him. I cook.
Why does she keep rubbing her titties?
I do all this stuff. I do natural hair. No, the nigga don't like me. He don't fucking like me.
Pause for the cause. I don't understand the point of her saying she does natural hair when she got a head full of fucking weed. Like, what does that even mean? But I wanted to point out Drew's comment right here. He said, my brother is one of the most responsible men in the world. He makes, if you were a man, I think if you were a man over 40 with no children, or 50, regardless of what you do for a living, if you were a man of a certain age, and 40 is like the cutoff to me, that already shows me you're a responsible person, like off top. My brother's one of the most responsible men in the world. He makes 6 figures. He is over 50 and never made a baby because he couldn't find a wife, man. Like, Drew's just weird to me because she kept bringing up your brother. I'm like, what did Drew possibly say that triggered something in her? Because she couldn't let it go. Let me grab the super chat and we'll get right back to it. Let's see. I got one here. Shout out to the homie Eric Jordan. Shout out to EJ, always kicking in, man.
Where's my money, bitch?
Eric Jordan says, Big Shirley, you care because no man don't. Big Shirley, you care because no man don't want to be the cleanup man. Facts, bro. Facts.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
And she absolutely cares, and it's a great point, EJ. It kind of makes me smirk when she talks about how, when she was just, damn, what was I just saying? When she was saying how, women, they just get over this shit. Like, you guys, and this is another thing as well I wanted to say. She's saying this, and she said this yesterday, I want to mention it. She kept saying, whenever Drew was talking about, and she's not the first person, let me word this correctly. Whenever these certain women talk about men issues, they always reference it by saying we're crying. Let me know in the chat if y'all peeped that. Let me know in the chat. I can't be the only one, Project Leroy, Drew, I can't be the only one that peeped that. Whenever men's issues are discussed, it's said in a way, and it's 9 times out of 10, they'll say that we're crying about it. That's the first point that I wanted to make. The second point I wanted to make is this, and I promise we'll get right back to it, is that when When she says, damn, I lost it again. They goddamn weed.
Top of the morning.
When she said, that women don't hold on to that shit. Stop the goddamn cap, bro.
Stop the cap. Why you always lying?
Man, we hold on to this shit. Women judge all men by the actions of one or two men. So for her to say that is just pure projection. Women will get used and abused by one or two dudes and label all black men as being that way. I've said that before on my channel, in which I know there's 300-pound hood boogers. I'm looking at one. I know they exist. And we cover them all the time on manosphere type content. But the difference is I know that all women are not like that. That's my ultimate point. Back to it.
What am I going to do? So,
what did you learn?
As for the passport bros going over there, you can sit up there and tell me this and this and that, but y'all are displaying yourselves on the internet. I don't, and I watch a vast majority of channels. You watch
Cynthia G?
And I hear men say,
you watch Cynthia G?
Submissive wives. We got us.
You watch Cynthia G?
But guess what? I ain't heard yet. I found
Facts,
the woman I love. I ain't heard that.
Oh, you haven't heard it? I have. I have.
Oh, send me the video to my inbox.
Sure, there's a few. I'll find them.
Yeah, you can send them to me.
Because I don't care to like.
Black men don't love themselves.
Because I know. As a matter of fact, one of my good friends is from the Philippines. She on her way over there right now.
Let me give this super chat here. The homie media man said the belly is belly. Appreciate the super chat, big bro. And then another thing as well that she said is BS as well. I'm grabbing this other. I think it's from MOP. I got another super chat to grab. Another thing that she said is BS is that these men aren't going over there to find wives or point out a man who's went out there and found a wife or found a long-term partner. I don't even follow the passport bros, so this is not my deal. But I know about Zoom to Thailand right off rip. I don't know if him and his girl is married or not. They may be. They very well may not be, because I don't follow his content like that. I am sub to him, but I don't really follow him like that. But that's just one person off the top of my head. And that's disingenuous as shit. When you say one thing and someone say, oh, I know somebody else is like that, and they like send me the video. Bitch, you got the internet, and you have already stated that you're a professional troll. You're on the internet all day, man. You can find these videos. It's disingenuous at best. Shout out to the homie MOP, man. This is what MOP said. The more mad she got, the more mad she get, the bigger she get. Watch out. MOP is insinuating that she's on her Hulk shit. Appreciate you dropped the dub on you. Appreciate that, man. MOP, man. We got one more to you. One more for her. Let's see here. Shout out to the homie Wokewill. What Wokewill say? Wokewill says, man using stats equals he's her from high school and ain't got a dad. Woman uses feelings equals my truth is valid. The data is Eurocentric and racist. Facts, bro.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And that's what bugs me more than anything during these conversations is the fact that they will dismiss data and statistics and still want to be taken seriously in the conversation. Get the fuck out. Get the heck out of here. Media man, I know these conversations irritate the hell out of you. Back to it, bro. Back to it.
And she had to hit me up. I was like, yo, why are Black American women attacking us? What happened? And I had to explain
she don't know that black men have started an international war between women because they want to go over there.
An international war? An international war?
Yeah,
we started that? Hold on, time out. I asked you a question. Do you know who Cynthia G is?
Yes, I know who Cynthia G is.
Do you know
who Kevin Samuels is?
Yes.
Absolutely. Today's his birthday.
Salute to the Godfather.
Yesterday was his birthday. Yeah. Cynthia G. Do you know who she is? Okay. Do you agree with her?
On what?
I'm asking. You asked me if I know who Kevin Samuels is. I said yes.
I said, do I agree with her on what?
You know who she is?
Yeah, I know who she is. What are you asking
have
me?
Have you listened to her? Do you know why I brought her up?
Every man brings Cynthia G up.
Do you know? But I'm asking you, do you know why I'm bringing her up now? As
probably for the same reason that everybody brings her up. Oh, she said kill black men.
Let me put it into context for you. She said if you're pregnant with a black boy,
yes,
abort the child. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
So let me.
pause the call before she give her bullshit reason. For you guys aren't familiar with Cynthia G, I'm sure most of you guys are, but if you're not, she's another YouTuber, and that's what I heard of her. I've never watched her content. I've seen 2 bits of her content. That one piece that Drew was talking about when she said, if you have black boys and you find out you're pregnant, you should abort them. And one thing that always strikes me with this, to any women who watch her, she's going to try to justify it. I cannot see how a black woman can watch Cynthia G's content because they lack critical thinking so much. Of course, not all black women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that follow her. And here's why. When she says abort black babies, she's talking about your fucking family too. And I purposely cursed that time. I wanted to emphasize my point. When she's talking about murder black babies, she's talking about people in your family. She's talking about your brothers, your uncles, your cousins. And I really wish Drew would have caught this and flipped this on her. Of course, I'm playing secondhand quarterback. But whenever I hear a woman say anything degrading about black men, insinuating that all black men are gay, all black men are abusive, I'm telling you guys, this is a simple tactic. Take it and run with it. All you have to say is, well, how long did your father abuse you? How long has your brother been gay? How long has your uncle been weak? Just flip it on, and you'll be shocked and amazed how often they hadn't thought of that. They hadn't thought of that, the response from you, when it's simple logic. Back to
something when I
yes or no?
No. Do I now? I greatly depends on if you got pregnant by that nigga in the video, abort that child. That nigga that was in the video.
Facts.
Hell yeah, I agree with it. Why? So they cannot have no dad, like he just said. I'm not gonna be there for you financially, spiritually. I'm not gonna love you. Get rid of that baby.
Salute to you,
just
Mr.
like
Severe.
Chris Rock said.
So you agree with homie in the video?
Who the homie?
You know what he said, right? Homie said, yo, I offered to pay for those abortions, and those chicks didn't get them done.
I feel like those women that didn't take it, they were fucking dumb. Or they thought that they were going to get something out of him. Because unless you, now don't get me wrong, I'm not like this because I don't want no kids. So it might be hard for me to understand, but I don't understand how you could have a desire to have a baby. Especially
why are they sleeping? When I just told you that a majority of y'all women, I'm not saying you, but a majority of these women are sleeping with the same dude.
Well,
that do that shit.
Is that who y'all mad at? The
it
dude
contributes to the dysfunction.
Are you mad at the dude for manipulating women? The dude that got game? Do you know what
a game
is? Or a Machiavelli narcissist?
This goes back to what I asked you.
Can you listen to me for a second? Because you're asking me for solutions, and I've read a lot of things. So there's a person that's called a narcissist Machiavelli. These people don't care nothing about nobody, and they can scam anything. They can get into, computer networks and scam banks and all this. I'm telling you this because I know a person like this.
You know one person like this, and it's always a fucking excuse. Again, I said it yesterday, and it bears repeating. The men are all abusers. They're all manipulators. They all hold this mystical power over women, and women are just romantic, and they're children. This young lady said that at 25, she was still a child, man. There's no accountability whatsoever. I don't understand how women can walk around wanting to be taken seriously. I'm trying my best not to curse. Shout out to the homie C Whip. He says, get in my belly. I want my baby back, baby back, baby. You guys are nuts, man. Back to it. Appreciate you, C Whip.
And this person, he has plenty of women. But he knows how to manipulate a lot of things.
How we looking on likes? I haven't checked
Obviously, he knows how to manipulate women. He couldn't manipulate me, but because I'm too smart for that. But he can manipulate women. We're not going to sit up here, and he has a lot of kids. I'm sitting up here telling you that men are actively doing this to women, and you're blaming the women when I'm actively telling you there are girls that don't all have the same IQ. There are girls that have desires to have babies. There are girls that think that they're going to be in love. There are girls that actually still think. There are women that actually still think if they have a baby with a man, that man is going to be with them. And I just be like, you're dumb.
So there's 7 of those bitches that didn't abort their child. There's 7 of them. He found 7.
Okay, so if these 7 girls, that's why I wish they would have came out. See, listen, I had a dad. I had a good dad. That shit's not happening to me. or my sister. That shit's not happening. But for girls that didn't have no dad, remember what I told you? My therapist told me about men preying on women. When a man found out a girl had her father, majority out of the time, the nigga's out of there. You want to know why? Because he was a pookie or a ragback.
And I just want to pause the calls because I just thought about something. I promise we get back to it. She mentions how her father protected her, and her father, he would never happen like that because her father was in her life. But you notice how she talks so badly about men, but I just remember this. Her mom abused her. She talks good about her own father, but she talks bad about the men, but also admitted in yesterday's videos that her mom abused her. Just an observation.
But if these 7 women ain't had no goddamn dad to teach them this goddamn shit, there's going to be 7, there's going to be 8, there's going to be 9, there's going to be 10. Because a lot of y'all, you literally just said, there are so many single moms out here, but yet you think these women are supposed to grow up with the mindset of knowing how a man is when their mom got plagued. So the mom got plagued, but I'm supposed to teach you how not to get plagued. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So my dad was there. So when I look at other girls, I have to assume either your daddy wasn't shit or you didn't have no dad. Because I had a dad.
Say it again.
And I knew not to do
Say it again. Wait. Say that part again.
What?
Either your daddy wasn't shit or you ain't have
a dad. For somebody, for a woman.
Baby, you just answered my question. Did you know that?
So you answered your question. Why are there so many
answered my question
out there?
I said, how we support my original question. My original question was, who's supposed to be teaching these men? You said me, men, right?
I'm talking about you.
You talking about me?
Yeah. How many
I take care of my own son. I take care of my own son. I take care of my own nephew.
Wait. Guess what? And I bet you your son is, how old is he?
16.
I bet you, since you are his dad, that he is a proper male. Tell me if I'm wrong.
What's good, Mark?
No, you're not wrong.
I bet you he is polite. I bet you he's well-spoken. Mm-hmm. I bet you he keeps a clean cut. I bet you his room is clean. I bet you his grades are good. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And you know what? And you know what he's called? You know what he's called?
What?
Lame.
That's okay. Who's calling him lame? Who's calling him lame?
That's what they call him. Lame.
She gonna act like she don't understand that.
Games.
Guess what? I was the nerd that loved video games. I used to hit my set.
You know what he won't be? He won't be a Pookie, and he won't be a Ray Ray.
Wait.
But you know what he is? He's lame and corny, and he loves anime.
He's lame and corny.
That's right. Then guess what? He's proper. He's proper.
People call me a square. You know, people call me a square. I've been getting called a square.
That's not the point.
I don't think I'm a square. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
I've said it before. A lot of women suffer from PPM. They're professional point missers. That's a Theo Cooper original. Back to it. Right? PPM.
So he could be a lame. There's some girls that like lame.
Hit the like button.
We every girl, and I'm just gonna tell you this, and it's our subject. Okay. A lot of women.
What's going on, Brad?
So when I was growing up, I didn't have no television. We were not allowed to watch TV. So I've never seen
Mike Biggs. What's good, bro?
Boys in the Hood. I've never seen. You know the movies I'm talking about, right? I never seen Tony Montana. I never seen none of this stuff. What I learned as an adult that Black people really feed off of these movies, and there are. Let's just say Baby Boy. I did see Baby Boy. We watched on TV screen how women were supposed to act towards men, no matter what that man was doing to you. We sat up there and watched it. It got in. I'm not saying it got in my brain, but I'm telling you, I could understand things that have happened. We were psychological warfare, food warfare. We had every type of attack towards us. In order to fix this, like I said, we got to understand what's going on. You keep asking me why there's so many single moms, and I'm telling you the reason. Okay, that's that.
Thanks, Mom.
How we fix this shit. Because that's what we came on here for. So what I'm telling you about your son.
Baby. Listen,
I'm not finished. What I'm telling you about your son, Kevin Samuels has all these followers of these men that look up to him. He don't need to be looked up to. You seem like a stand-up man. Now, maybe it's not your duty to teach these niggas so we can have more men like your son. Maybe you don't feel like that's your job, but maybe it's maybe I don't know what you believe in, but I'm gonna just say it. Maybe whatever you believe in graced you to be this man so you can give other men that message. Why you want to think about it is, I ain't teaching nobody, single moms, son. Yo, we black people, yo. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Let me say this.
But she would never put forth that effort to educate black women, though. She never would. I got a cash app I need to read, and I think I got a super chat. Good looking, Mona. KP says, I don't want to. I'm gonna just leave it at KP. I don't know. I don't be want to read people's government with the cash app because we come on people's governments, and I don't want people to be getting upset by that. So let me just double check here. Because everyone don't do like Project Leroy sends me a super chat. You know what to say, Project Leroy. So I don't be want to say people government name. Oh no, I just say this. Oh yeah, it's M Cash Out 02. $5 for she about to work out. She about to work. No, she about to work out as much as she. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm a little slow. He says she about to work out as much as she jumping. Appreciate you, bro. And I think I might have got a super chat as well. I actually got a couple of them. To read these and I'll get right back to it. Glamorous D says she's a square built like a man. Hey, y'all, I just watched the replay right before the stream started because I said I was already up earlier. Y'all's roasting her in the chat. Whenever she cut off the camera, Sheila said she was eating chicken wings. I saw that, Sheila. You dirty, yo. Bella Rings had said her legs was going to sleep. Y'all are ruthless. Who we got? Shout out to the homie BLJ, man. I got something for you, bro. California. My vet, bro. He says, from the mountains in a distant land comes... Cap. Shirley is reporting straight from the mountain. Facts, bro. All cap. Appreciate the super chat, y'all. Let's get back to it, man. She is straight in here lying, bro.
Let me say this. And don't laugh.
Damn.
Don't laugh. I believe in Thanos.
On what?
I believe in Thanos.
I hear what you're saying, Drew. I know what you're saying.
I would snap and I would make 13% of these no good niggas go away.
What you mean?
And you know what would happen?
Voodoo?
No, listen, I'm going somewhere with it. And you know what would happen? Like over 80% of these women that are single mothers, these no good niggas will go away. But there'll be about 5 women that have children by that one nigga, and I turned them to dust.
Listen, you can't say that.
He'd be gone, but you know what though? But you know what though?
That's funny, dude.
There would still be over 85% of men that are good, eligible, single, with good paying jobs and no children.
I know women that are millionaires that are petite, light-skinned, submissive, and they don't.
Whoa, she said light-skinned.
Facts. And I'm gonna hit this on millionaires.
Stop the cap. Why you always lying?
People always swerve. These women always swerve. Now, I know this group. I don't know. You don't know shit. Stop the cap. Back to it.
Whoa. Hold on. Time out.
Right, ain't that what you said?
Are they married?
Your brother
you brought up money.
His brother.
Let me ask you a question.
She's obsessed with Drew.
If they're not married, here's a newsflash. I could meet him if I was single. I could meet a millionaire woman right now. You know what I tell women? They got a substantial amount of money and hooks up with a dude. Listen, if he's getting involved with you because of what you accomplished without him, head for the hills. He's not the guy for you. We don't give a shit about your bag because it's not our money.
Facts. Talk to him.
Why are you talking about her bag? It should be about her being able to be adult enough to run a company. Why do you think about money?
But do you understand that those women, those women that have built themselves up, they're still dating these Pookies and Ray Rays?
Why do you think
you can't tell me that those guys have that much game that they're tricking these chicks? It happens once in a while, but it doesn't happen in abundance. See, what we're talking about here is accountability.
Let me tell you.
I never hear a woman say, you know what? I should have saw that nigga coming. This is my fault.
Listen, you're not listening to me. For those women, then I'm just going to tell you they didn't know. What we're learning now, Like
They didn't know.
Listen. Sometimes I listen to a man speak about something, right? And I'm looking at my brain like, damn, that nigga did that to me when I was 16. No, we didn't know. We really thought these niggas
Do you know
was
what the
loving us.
point was? Do you know what the point was when I brought up what happened to me when I was 12? Because
you were saying that women always choose the wrong man ever since they.
I didn't say that, baby. You see, you're regurgitating something that you heard, but you never let me elaborate on it.
And he never said that shit. I got super chat. I got grab Jason. Who's this thong wearing Fatty the Rock? Facts, bro. That's so funny, man. Because I remember The Rock saying he was talking about Rikishi. I remember him saying that. Let me grab this. You guys are nuts, man. Shout out to the homie Z With. Z Whip says, we know she walks into White Castles, hands in the air yelling, oh!
Order!
Man, we still got like 40 minutes of video to get through, man. I'm crying already, though. I'm done with y'all, man. Play the video. I'm going to be in the background.
I heard what I heard.
You can't, right, and I have to elaborate on it. You see, what you don't realize is you hear me, but you're not listening. I was making a point.
Oh, man.
I went through, I can recall every situation involving a girl from the time I was a child all the way through adulthood. But what I noticed was the patterns were the same, and I learned from them. And I learned. And that's not to say all women are bad. I'm just saying that men and women are wired different.
Jose.
And as I got older, I learned how to maneuver through. I was able to differentiate between trash and reality.
Facts.
Trash and reality.
How
I
long
was
did it take you to
corny,
do that?
I was lame, right? But what I did notice is the girls that I thought I wanted, they were into the niggas weed smoking and, hopping turnstiles and stealing cars and all kinds of bitch shit. Now, you go through those growing pains, but you learn, you know what? If they're into those dudes, and that's not the chick that I want any fucking way.
Why were they into those dudes? What did I just talk to you about? Why were they into them? How old were you? Was this the 80s, the 90s?
Yeah.
So what did I just tell you?
I was a teenager.
The visualization that we had in our brains was to date gangsters because white supremacy put that in front of our face.
I'm not going to blame white supremacy on that. I'm not going to blame white supremacy on that. I'm not going to blame white supremacy on that.
Who was putting out the movies?
Is white supremacy real? White supremacy is very real.
Did you ever see Hollywood Shuffle?
However, they put crack in Harlem
everywhere
in the 80s, and I'm talking about from New York in Harlem, right? They put crack in Harlem, but Alpo sold it. He didn't have to do that.
Bang! It's good. Drew dropping jewels on kind of super chat here. Y'all killing me in the chat, bro. Y'all killing me, man. Let's see, let's see. Make sure I didn't miss one. I got you, Ross P. I just want to make sure. I think I got one before you. I need to grab. Got that one from Z With. I think I got one from Project Leroy right here. Lord, Project Leroy says, Lord, I see why men don't listen to rambles. Facts, bro. Facts. Bang! Bang! It's good. Broken traditions want to terrorize me. Send it hooligan over here. No, thank you, bro. Let her talk to Drew. You come over here.
Access denied.
Let's see. Let's go out here to Ross P. Trucker. Shout out to the homie, man. Ross P is a recent channel member. Shout out to you, bro. Ross P says, it's funny that she's, excuse me. It's funny that she says it's not women's fault and proceeds to say some women have desires and think they're going to be in love. Isn't that a woman's fault? Great observation, man. And I just really hate the notion when she insinuates these relationships, it's always men manipulating and women, they're just powerless. They're powerless. And this goes back to something that Kevin Samuel said once, and it stuck with me. A lot of black women, unfortunately, and I don't revel in saying this shit. I don't enjoy this. And I take this part back. I don't think that this is a black women thing. I think it's just a women thing in general. A lot of women are perpetual victims. Someone's always doing to me. And as a man, I can never live my life like that because you'll fall for anything. the smallest bump and hurdle, you'll just collapse like, oh, it's out of my control. It's nothing I can do. No, man. One of the best things, and now I learned it in the manosphere, but also I brought up his name a bunch of times. I'm going to start reacting to some of his content. His name is Brian Tracy. He an old-ass white dude, like 80-something out of Canada, but he was a high school dropout, and he turned himself into a multimillionaire. And I've got several of his books. And he teaches success, people how to be successful. And one of the things he talked about in his very first book I read, in the very first page of the book, he said that the moment that you understand that everything that happens to you is your fault, the moment that you realize that every single thing that happens to you is your fault, that shit is freedom. It unlocks something what's inside of you. And I'm not even one of those people, even before I found the manosphere content, I wasn't one of those people who like blamed other people for their acts, for my actions. I did say this. I was one of those people who thought like the universe was picking on me. Like I went outside and got a flat tire this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I just said, fuck it, I got a flat tire. When I was 24 or 25, I'd be like, man, the universe is fucking with me because I'm slightly inconvenienced. But the main point that I want to reiterate is that if anyone in here lacks accountability, I'm telling you, accountability is freedom. Once you realize that anything that happens to you is your fault, you'll become determined to make sure that you don't have those bad results or try to minimize them to the best of your ability. Let me get off my soapbox, grab this last super chat, get right back to it. Shout out to Woke Will. He represents St. Louis. He says they are victims to reality, logic, and accountability. These three things strike fear like Jason, Freddy, and Mike Myers. Facts, bro. Facts, man. And just the lack of logic is scary to me. The accountability, the reality. I mean, all those things are scary too. But the lack of logic, excuse me. I'm thinking you're gonna walk around here and hurt yourself. just not applying logic whatsoever. Back to it.
Who Alpo?
Oh shit.
Oh, she don't even know who Alpo is. The drug
He just
boy.
got shot on some bullshit. Alpo.
Who you talking about?
Alpo.
Pappy Mason.
Alpo,
I know all them cats.
Nino Brown from New Jack City. That character was inspired by Alpo. Real life. Okay.
I never seen New Jack City.
What?
I told you I wasn't allowed to watch TV when I was a kid.
You can watch it now. Well,
I'm not gonna put that stuff in my brain.
Well, you're an adult. You're an adult. You're an adult now. You can take it. You're an adult.
Nah, I don't.
It's fantasy.
Like
And I'm sorry, I had to pause it again because I think I edited that part out in part one. She said she's never seen any type of movies because her parents didn't let her watch. Her parents didn't let her watch TV or any type of movies when she was younger.
You know, it's not fantasy.
It's Wesley Snipes' breakout role. It's a classic film and it's a good film. It's about the crack era. That character that Wesley Snipes played was inspired by Alpo. He really did something similar to that in New York. He ran the crack game.
Did he have bitches?
Watch the movie. But it's not about the bitches. It's about what he did. My thing is, the government put that in there. But we didn't have to sell it.
That's why they're going for Pookies and Ray Rays, because that's what they saying.
The Pookies and Ray Rays, the Pookies and Ray Rays are a byproduct of absent fathers. But those absent fathers were pieces of shit. But the women chose these piece of shit dudes. But they called guys like myself and my nephew and my sons growing up, they called them lame and corny and
so
square.
guess what? I'm sorry. So you was a lame and I was a square. Did you have both your parents?
Absolutely. Sheila, stop.
So maybe, now I just thought of this. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe them people that didn't, and I ain't being disrespectful, maybe them boys that didn't have dads and them girls that didn't have dads, maybe they think, well, if you was a lame and I was and we both had our parents, maybe there's this type of energy we get off, or I didn't have people be jealous of me because I had both parents. Sometimes I feel like now that I'm older that people really didn't like me because I had both of my parents. Like, I'm telling you, people really didn't like me.
Yeah. You're on
and
something.
I was like, dang, I didn't really, I mean, I'm a kid, I don't know.
Let me grab the super chat, man. Let me grab the super chat here. Somebody has said something. Ashley says, that's deep. Who's the author that I'm going to read that book? His name is Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy. He's from Canada. He's been out for years. I just stumbled across him like 2 or 3 years ago. And he's great, man. And one thing I like about his books, I've got probably 4 or 5 of his books. He teaches books on time management, just self-improvement. That's what he teaches, self-improvement and becoming successful. And that's one of the things, it just blew my mind because that was the very first thing I read in the very first book of his. I was like, it's very powerful. Let me grab these super chats here. Oh, yeah, random fact about Theo. I prefer to be reacting to that type shit. If I can be completely honest with y'all, I would rather be reacting to that style content where we're talking motivational stuff, self-improvement than this shit any day. But I do what the people want. Shout out to homie Eric Jordan. He says, wasn't the French, I think I got another one from 10 Plus Sounds. Wasn't the French toast, you can't blame white supremacy for the man you chose. Shirley, it's your fault that you didn't vet the man first. Fact, bro. Fact, man. It's good. I'll bring it up myself. Because I envy you childless bastards. I've said that before. But I have a child and I'm divorced. I don't get on here and try to bash my ex because 1, I'm too old for that. 2, I would never, if she had a platform and she did it to me, I would think that is extremely unnecessary. And my son is almost grown. I told you I only got a year and a half, and I'm blocking both of them. The time is ticking. But my bigger point, man, is that I could sit up here and bash my ex and things didn't happen, but at the end of the day, I chose her. So anyone who bashes their ex online is not a logical person because all that is poor self-reflection on yourself. And it amazed me how many women on Kendra G's show specifically who haven't been taught that lesson. You talking about your baby daddies, or in Kendra G's case, majority of the time, baby daddies, plural. Oh, they ain't shit? Yeah, because you're shit at selecting. They don't understand that that's a reflection of them. It's crazy, man. Appreciate the super chat, EJ. Let's see here. Hit the like button. Shout out to Sam. Just say hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to 10 Plus Sounds as well. All right, let's get back to it, guys.
I imagine
you're onto something. There's a
she
you
is
can
onto
tell
something.
when you look at these kids, you can tell who comes from a single parent household. And this is why I have a problem with
Everything
women
is your
talking
fault,
about
man.
I can do it all by myself. You cannot. You're setting the statistics show you have more of a chance of raising a piece of shit kid from a single parent household.
Melon knows what's going
and who
on.
a majority of the time gets the custody of the child. It's always the mother. It's always the mother. But the mother could be the person making the worst decisions in the world. Like for instance, carrying before you marry.
To the man. I tell the women, if you get pregnant, just give the kid to the guy. I don't understand. I'm just going to tell you, I don't understand why women put up so much resistance. If the dude want to see his kid. Now, okay, don't get me wrong. I have been in situations where I've been like, oh, I see why she don't let him see the baby by himself. I done been in those situations. I done seen a dude take a newborn baby and fling that baby up in the air and catch it. And somebody had to tell him, what are you doing? So
Can I tell you a sad story?
Yeah, Drew about to tell a fucked up story.
This is a real story. I'm gonna tell you a very fucked up story. And I'm gonna give you this hit home because I know the people involved. And my boy's in the chat right now. He can co-sign this. All right. And my homegirl's in the chat right now. We know this girl. All right. This is a true story. This happened right around the corner from me.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at this.
All right.
I'm laughing at Jay comment.
She got with this dude. Right. And we all know the dude, right? I played football with his younger brother in high school, right? I used to hang out with a young lady that used to date him. He used to whip her ass. She went to 161 to the courthouse, got a restraining order, got him arrested and everything, then had a restraining order. While she got the restraining order, she came out the courtroom. He's sitting there with the new girl, the girl that we know. And she said, look, girl, this nigga crazy. Look at my face. This nigga crazy.
Listen to this, y'all.
You know what she told her? You just mad because you ain't got him. Well, fine. He stopped harassing the girl I used to be cool with, right? I go to work one morning, right? Let me put this up here. Facts, okay? I go to work one morning. I was working a 5-to-1 tour. Before roll call, my boss comes to me, he says, yo, that's what they're doing around your way? I said, what? He said, yeah, they're killing kids. I look at the news. The news is in front of the building. I said, what the fuck? He started whooping her ass. Saw that coming, right? She procreated with him, kept the baby. Saw that coming, right?
Thanks, Vince.
Come on, you gonna keep me from my child? She lets him in the apartment after with a restraining order, lets him in the apartment, blows past her, goes in the room, locks out the room, in the room with his son. She calls the police. 405 precinct comes up, kicks in the door. He's sitting in the room with his arms folded or some bullshit that I read. Where's the baby? I told y'all no one's gonna see my baby. If I can't see my baby, no one's gonna see my baby. Where's the baby? Windows open. He threw the fucking infant out the window, killed the baby. Okay? Here's what's fucked up. That does not happen if she listened.
Facts.
And why is it? The dude that I'm talking about, everybody around my way knew that nigga was crazy. You gonna tell me that she didn't know? She knew. I'm not hearing that she didn't mature past 14 in her mind. I'm not hearing that. I'm not gonna pick and choose from what Shahrazad Ali said. I'm not gonna. I know her personally.
Did she have a father?
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. Yes, she did. I'm not gonna pick and choose. Okay, what Shahrazad Ali and apply it when it works for me. Okay, she's grown and she made a decision. The father couldn't help her. When you get grown. Okay, I have another friend that his father's a minister in charge of a whole church. He went to prison for stealing cars when he was good and grown. We was way out of high school when that happened. Rico Savo know what I'm talking. We know what we talking about. He made a choice. And what I'm saying is, if he can go to prison, and when he got out, he said, I fucked up. I made a choice. Okay? She made a choice. It's not because she didn't mature mentally. It's not because this nigga hoodwinked her. It's because she made a choice in this nigga.
Why do you think she would make such a bad decision?
You would have to ask her. But I know what I saw.
You would have to ask her, like Drew said, she made a bad decision because she made a fucking bad decision. Like, what are we talking about here, man? Bang! It's good! She's trying to remove accountability from women by saying, it has to be an issue. This has to be an issue. How about she just made a bad fucking choice? And she didn't listen because women are hard-headed as hell. Of course, not all women. Even the women in the chat will admit that other women are hard-headed, man. Women don't listen. They don't. That was clear evidence. Well, it's clear evidence because old Big Shirley here not listening to Drew, but they just don't listen. And I said this, and I'll get right back to it. My ex-wife admitted this to me recently, like the last year or two. That was one of the biggest problems in our relationship was communication. I would try to communicate with her. I'm pretty good at communicating. I tell people exactly what it is, and I try to break it down so that even the slowest person in the room could understand it. But she wouldn't listen. It wasn't until recently she admitted, like, I never listen. She's like, that's one of my biggest problems. I never listen. And it took her 10 years to get it, but that's how some people are, man. I just hate that. Well, what's the reason? Let's look into the psyche. Maybe she's just a dumb motherfucker who makes bad decisions. Maybe she had both parents in the house. In some way, she still made a bad decision. People make bad decisions every single day. You don't have to look much further than that. In some instances, of course, not all. Back to it.
And everyone. When that was over, we said, that's bad. The baby, women were crying. But you know what we all said? Why the fuck would she deal with that nigga? Everybody knew he was crazy. Even his brother that I played football with. My brother crazy.
So everybody said, why did she mess with this nigga? But nobody said, let's go get this nigga some help. He's crazy.
What do you mean? Let me tell you this. I know about the family. That nigga was already in and out of therapy, and guess what? Everybody knows about what was going on in that household because he would get drunk and talk about it, and his little brother would talk about it. My thing is this: it comes to a point in time where you have to take accountability and just say, "Oops, my bad." And you see,
exactly what I'm saying.
Girls do say, "Oops, my bad," right? Like if every woman just said that, how is that stopping the niggas from continuing to do it? If we all say that,
how about that?
If you say, "Oops, my bad," while also stop having sex with these guys, that eliminates the problem. Let's see. I'm sorry, but Azire, if I pronounced it wrong. I got a female cousin that's dealing with a man who shot. And paralyzed his last ex. Now he is threatening to shoot my cousin in the back now, and she's still with him. Bang! Bang! It's good! We got proof right here in the chat, man. Proof. Backing up Drew's story, we have a random person in the chat saying the exact same thing. And let me grab the super chat, and we'll get right back to it. Let's see here. Grab the super chat. This is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. Let's see who we got here. Shout out to homie EJ. He says Drew spitting facts about his friend and his friend about his friend. His friend played a stupid game and win play a stupid game and win a funky prize. It's sad, yeah, man, and it's true. And it's true. He literally said, we told her, don't fuck with this dude. And she still went in him, and the man threw the baby out the window. Like, what are we talking about here, man? Appreciate the super chat. It's crazy, man.
Why are you fucking trying to help
a broken care, man? Women are hard-headed.
Because
they don't care.
I literally just told you that. We were taught to do that. I literally
no.
5 minutes ago. I literally just explained to you why women are like that. But
these new girls
not like that.
You said you was
not like that.
These new girls ain't like that. They still pick. These new girls ain't like that, but they're still spitting out babies and they're not married. Our marriage rate is down. The black family structure is down.
Why y'all not asking women to marry them? Because y'all just want to fuck.
Oh, hold on. Why we're not?
Y'all want to fuck.
Whoa. That is not true.
It is true. I literally heard a man say that so many times.
It's not true.
I literally told
you know how I know it's not true?
I listen to what men talk about. Y'all don't want to get married. Y'all want to fuck.
You know why it's not true?
I heard it
Now watch this. Now watch this. What percentage of men are talking about finding wives outside the United States? Go. Black men.
0.
Wait. Listen to the question. What percentage of men are looking for wives? Watch this. Let me make it simple for you. What percentage of men are passport bros?
I don't know, but do they have wives?
Answer
or they
the
going
question.
over there to find wives? Because I don't hear these niggas
look at how
about
she's behaving.
Wives. I hear them talking about fucking. And
give me a percentage. Give me if you would have guessed.
I'm not going to give you no percentage.
If you would have guessed.
I would say enough men are doing it that and they're talking about black women as they're doing it. Enough of them are doing it to irritate us. If they were just over there, I wouldn't even know.
You don't even know now.
But I told you the whole reason why these brothers are leaving to explore options, because not all of them are going over there and finding wives. Some of them are going there and coming back. You don't hear about that, do you?
Yeah.
Some of them say, yo, look, I went there, not for me, came back here. All right. Yeah. But there are men that are going over there and they're finding traditional women. So I just asked, I just want to know if you could if you were to take an educated guess, to attach a number to it. Because you know what I know? Those are the men that were squares. Those are the men that Dr. Umar wants to stay behind and fix a broken household that a woman chose to make.
Yeah,
being a single mother.
I don't know who you watching, but all those men that I see that are talking about being I would not date any of those men. Do you think that I don't want to sound like that. I don't know who you view. I don't know who you view, but sometimes I think that y'all think that y'all are good men. So women had these conversations when y'all had these conversations, and we be like, damn, y'all don't like us for the weirdest shit, but we cannot like y'all because we might have seen a tad of controlling in you. We might seen a tad of insecurity in you. It don't have to do with you being a square. There might be something in the person. You see how I'm feisty like this. I might be a good ass woman. I could probably suck dick good and clean and cook and all that. But you might not like that I'm this animated and you're not gonna fuck with me. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Back talking about the crime.
I'm not gonna cry about that because you don't like me. Y'all have to stop that. You might think that you're a good man. So let me tell you, there was this dude that I was dating and he was a good dude.
Listen to the story, y'all. This is the story I'm talking about. Listen to this bullshit story that she's about to say why she broke up with her boyfriend.
He was so nice to me.
Put your seatbelt on.
We was walking down the street, right? And his ex-girlfriend saw us together. And she spit in that man's face. And you know what? I left him. You want to know why? I don't want no man that a girl she didn't see apparently was in you. I didn't see it. Because ain't no girl should be spitting it up. You 6 feet tall and this girl spit in your face. So he might not have understood why I broke up with him. He might not have understood that.
I need some water. Hold on 1 second.
I knew if you allow somebody to treat you like that, I don't know how other people is treating you in your life. I don't know how your boss is treating you. I don't know how your mother treats you.
You left that man because a woman spit in his face?
It's that he allowed it to happen.
What was he supposed to do?
Facts.
What I'm saying is,
she don't want to say that.
What was he supposed to do?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. If a woman that you were messing with has garnered so much disrespect for you, because us as black people, we know spitting in the face is the ultimate disrespect. You don't just, as black people, we just don't spit in anybody's face. We might smack somebody, do whatever, talk about their J's, but black people take spitting very personally.
Yo, did you guys just hear what she said? Did you guys just hear the story that she just said? We got a super chat. I got to grab that one. She just admitted to breaking up with her boyfriend. I'm seeing the wilds, yeah. Breaking up with her boyfriend, who she swore by now was good looking, was fine, was a good dude, but she broke up with him because apparently they were somewhere and his ex-girlfriend was in the same place. She walked up to him and spit in his face. So in her twisted fucking mind, because she did that to him, that ex-girlfriend must have so much little respect for him. And she's going to elaborate a little bit further why. This is fucking crazy, man. Excuse my language. Let me get back to the super chat here. How about Janesta? Janesta, once this live stream is over, I'm going to DM you my address so you can get over here. What does Janesta say? Hello, squad family. Missing the live stream as usual. Love. Shout out to you, Janesta. Shout out to Janesta Coleman. Make sure we give Janesta some love in the chat. I love me some Janesta. Back to it.
To me, I'm not telling you he was supposed to do anything to her.
This
What
is
I'm
crazy.
saying is, there's something that she found so is appalling the word. She had so little respect for him that she did that to him. And I had to ask myself,
facts, Kyle.
why would she have so little respect for him like that?
You
Something
blamed
right.
him
She blames him.
for getting spit in his face?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm going to do it again.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I can't. Do y'all hear this bullshit? Excuse my language. Do y'all hear this BS? Do y'all hear it? She blames him for, first of all, let me give you my thoughts on spitting. I'll be 40 this year. In 4 decades on this planet, I have managed to go my entire life without ever spitting on someone. And to be fair, I've never had someone spit in my face. Never. But if somebody spits in my face, I don't give a damn if it's a man, woman, or child. If I meet one of y'all that Do Better Squad, pick a meetup, Darth, and your 10-year-old spit in my face, I'm knocking your 10-year-old the fuck out, bro. Then me and you obviously gonna go at it right after. I don't play that spitting shit. With that said, I believe it was Mr. Gino in the chat said it. That takes a big man to walk away from that. But look how twisted her logic is. Because a man walked away, that means that he must have did something truly disrespectful for that woman to, wrong for that woman to disrespect him. But she's blaming the man for being spit on instead of just saying, wow, what type of terrible person spits on someone else, man? No accountability whatsoever. This is fucking mind-blowing, man. Back to it. Jesus, man.
You wanna know how I learned this?
This is crazy.
Because I know that a woman is not, and this was back in the day. I know things that went on in people's households. I've heard things that happened. There's a reason that Jada don't have no respect for Will Smith. Let's just put it like that. There's a reason. There's something that he did that she seen that he did that she don't have no respect for him, that she will embarrass him in front of the world. And I could imagine the thing that he done. I have my own theory, but I'm not.
Again, the twisted logic. I got a super chat to grab here. Again, the twisted logic. Will Smith must have did something. Jada Pinkett, for her to disrespect him out in the open, he must have did something. She had some dirt on him. Possibly. Or maybe she's just a bitch. How about that? How about she's just a rude, disrespectful person, man? That is insane. This is asinine. I'm low-key annoyed and I'm streaming this shit to y'all. I feel like I'm comfortable in this. But we here for the content, baby. I'm sorry, my head hurt. Shout out to Selena Mason. Shout out to the big bro, Brian. I'm just trying to give me a Selena in my life, Brian. I'm working on it, man. I want to be like the Masons when I grow up. Shout out to you. Make sure you guys subscribe to Smoking Talk as well. She spit in his face. You better call the National Guard because that's who you're going to need. Bang!
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I'm telling you guys, I don't know. Maybe we can do the spit stories, but I have never spit on someone and never had anyone spit on me. Real quick, I remember there's a video I'm sure you guys saw that happened in New York. Shout out to all my NYC folks in the subway. And there was a brother on the inside of the subway. I don't know what happened prior to, but when the video starts, there's a dude inside the subway and the doors are closed. And he's trying to get him open. Something happened. He's trying to get him open. He's trying to pry him open. The brother is. And the doors are like locked. He only has like that much space, so he can only get his fingers through. And there's a dude on the other side, obviously antagonizing him. And he spit through the little slot. He spit through that. Let me know in the chat if y'all seen that video. In the little bit of area where the dude was trying to open the doors but couldn't, the dude on the outside of the train spit into it. And they know it got in his face. And you know what happened next? My man opened them goddamn doors, bro. If you haven't seen the clip, he opened them doors, and it wasn't even like a huge beating. It was only about 4 or 5 hits. He knocked that man unconscious. And I saw that video. Theo Cool, I don't believe in violence. I believe that as an adult, 99% of our situation, we should be able to resolve with words. But that shit goes out the window once you spit on somebody. Fuck that. He beat the shit out of my dude, man. Back to it, yo. Let me grab these super chats, man. Oh my God, you're so right, Selena. I will never, people spitting on, if I can manage to go 40 years without doing some shit, I'm shocked that other people can just do it so casually, man. It just shocks me. But I've always said this: people who do shit like that, here's the reason they do it, because ain't nobody punched them in their fucking face recently. That's what it is, man.
Bang! It's good.
Shout out to you, man. Let me get ready super chats. She just reinforced why passport bros exist. Facts, Glamorous D, you right, bro. Facts. I think I got one more here. Actually a couple more. I'm sorry. Shout out to the homie Eric Gordon. Shirley, you should have thrown them hands for boyfriend. Facts, bro.
Bang! It's good.
EJ, great observation. I didn't even think of that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Her and him are those two are together, and then the ex come up spit in his face, and you just like, ugh, I can't be with him no more. Big Shirley, use some of that sumo wrestling. Hit her ass with the E Honda. Yep. Do that shit. I don't know where that came from. Let's see if I get this other super chat, man. I'm sorry, I made myself laugh at that. That's dumb. Facts, Selena. I got this one from EJ. Appreciate the super chat, guys. I got a couple more. Shout out to the homie D Marco, representing Baltimore. He says King Pookie meets Queen Sisterhood. Facts, man. Great observation, man. Great observation. I think I got one more. No, actually two more. He just reinforced. Okay, got that one, and I think I got one from Project Leroy. My apologies, guys. Yeah, I saw you say she was Nigerian, Project Leroy. So she's not. She wasn't born here in the States. I didn't peep that. This Nigerian doesn't throw hands with other females who disrespect her man. Femi is too scared and takes the side of the female. Facts, man.
Bang! It's good.
And that's one of the things I like about having these streams. We have people with different opinions, because Project Leroy and Eric caught something that I hadn't even thought about. I was still shocked at the fact that was the reason she left my man. But she walked up. Let me ask you this. I'm going to put somebody on the spot. Selena Mason. I'm going to put you on the spot. Bella Rings. I know, Bella, you and I hate to really ask that, because I don't think men should be violent. So I definitely don't believe in women being violent. But I don't even know Selena like that. Selena Mason and Brian Mason. But I can only imagine what would happen if a woman walked up and spit in Brian's face. I can only imagine. Bella Rings, I know you tiny. I know Bella Rings. I know Bella says like she's a little bit shorter, but I can only imagine what would happen if a woman spit in front of in Bella Rings' husband's face, or Mona D, somebody spit in her husband's face. Like, are you kidding me? Back to it, y'all. That blew my mind, man. Appreciate all the super chats.
Totally understand why women get raped.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because men don't teach men, when a girl don't like you, she just don't like you.
Mm-hmm. That sounded very ignorant, what I just said, right?
She didn't even hear what he said.
I mean, you can have your own
Of course, no, babe, I don't believe that.
I heard men say that before.
That's bullshit. I don't believe that. There's no excuse
Me too, Daniel.
for a man to grape a woman. I'm not supposed to say the R word on here. You have to be an animal to force yourself on a woman while she's screaming, no, get off me. You have to be an animal to do that. I don't believe that. All right. Now, what you just explained to me is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It might be ridiculous to you.
No, you blame. You was walking. You said, hold on. You're proving my point. You're proving my point.
You're not listening.
Put the emotion aside, sweetie. Put the emotion aside.
It might be ridiculous to you.
I got you. She's not FBA.
We didn't grow up with the same parents. We wasn't taught the same thing, so it might ridiculous to you.
You just told me you was dating a good dude.
In here.
You just told me you was dating a good dude, and some chick spit in his face when he was walking with you, and you broke up with him.
Facts 10 plus.
I feel like you should know what I'm going with this when I say if somebody has this much disrespect for you, you done something.
Facts, man.
You've done something. You've done something.
Yeah, but you was with a good dude.
No. I wasn't. I thought he was. That's how I got tricked. I thought he was. Like I told you, women don't know. I thought he was.
Okay, so what did he do to make you break up with him? Because you just told me you broke up with him because this bitch had to spit on him and she did it for a reason.
Yeah.
What did he do to you for you to break up with him?
So now when we see a red flag, now you want to.
That's a red flag.
You seeing a red flag?
She said a woman spitting in his face is a red flag. What is this bitch on, man?
You
I know curses
just
out the
said,
window with
how
this
the
chick.
fuck didn't she know that this nigga was crazy? So now when I'm telling you I see a red flag, now you're telling me.
So I asked you, what was he supposed to do?
Which one do you want?
What was he supposed to do?
I didn't tell you what he was supposed to do. I don't care about that. I didn't even tell you what he did.
Of course, you don't care about that part.
How he reacted. His reaction wasn't the point. The point was.
What was his reaction?
It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
It is relevant. You brought it up, sweetie. You brought it up. Now we want to know the story. Everyone in the audience want to know the story. Okay, you walking with this dude that was such a good dude. His ex walks up and spits on him, and then you said you broke up with him. There's stuff in between. I want to know what happened.
Nothing happened. We walked away like a deal.
Look at this bullshit.
And then you broke up with him. Why?
What did I just tell you? So in my experience, in my life, first of all, back then women wasn't disrespecting men like that. So what I've seen in my life for a woman to garner that much disrespect, usually that man means a man that messed with a kid. That's usually what that means.
Huh? Wait a minute, what?
So in my experience, when I have seen women have the lowest disrespect for men, it was always something to do with they was messing with a child.
Yep.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm hitting her with the whole soundboard.
This bitch. Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Bang! Bang! It's good. And she gonna need one of these if she don't eat it by mistake. Are you fucking? Do you? I'm looking at the chat. I'm gonna shut up. Do y'all hear this shit? She complete. Oh, and I 1000% believe she knew she didn't have a leg to stand on, so she just made this up in the moment. I 1000% believe she just made this up in the moment. But she just tried to justify her quote unquote reasoning by alluding to because that woman spit on his, and she also said something sinister. She said that she don't know women to be disrespectful to men, just off GP. Like, bitch, what planet do you live on? But her insinuating that because that woman spit in that man's face, that he must have touched a child. She just made that shit up, y'all. She just 1000% made that bullshit up. Are you kidding me? What am I missing here, man? I'm kind of regretting.
So,
let's get back to it.
Even though we were in our 20s, I'm not telling you that it was a 6-year-old. It could have been a 16 or 17-year-old.
I see you smoking talk.
So you're gonna, oh my God, my experience? You're gonna you grew up in New York, right? I spent my summers in Philly. I don't know. I mean, I've been to New York a couple times, but I can't tell you nothing about the mindset of people in New York City. But I can tell you what went on when I grew up. You're gonna, oh my God, my life experience, and then tell me, don't use my life experience as a red flag. But if I would have got with the nigga after I seen her have this utter disrespect for him, and then I seen him doing some fuck shit, oh, it's the nigga you chose. You couldn't tell that nigga was a fuck nigga? That's what y'all do.
She don't have no argument.
I just told you,
she don't have no argument at this point. She just ran and raved it. And you guys are talking about how she's moving around, all that. It gets worse in part 3. It gets worse in part 3. Let me grab the super chat here. Tell me, EJ again, blessing your boy, man.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
I love that soundbite. He says the delusion in the sisterhood code is strong in Shirley. Facts, man. Facts.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
I just watched the whole spit fight on Venmo. I just watched the whole spit fight on Venmo. I'm reading Mr. Gino. I'm sorry. I got your chat EJ, and I'm reading his in the background. Yeah, so y'all saw that video. It's crazy, man. But yeah, but I 1,000% believe she just inserted that alleged pedo part just because she didn't have a foot to stand on because Drew was hitting her with facts. That's not a reason to break up with somebody. You should ought to respect the fact that he didn't put hands on you. And I saw Selena, and I saw Mona D, and I think I saw a couple other women in here saying, oh, we scrapping. You walk up and spit in my man's face. Like, come on now, man. Appreciate the super chat, EJ. Back to it.
Red flag from when I was growing up in my experience. And you want to judge me because somebody taught me, hey, if a woman don't have no respect for a man, he done something.
Hit the like button.
And I know this because of X, Y, Z. So
you also told me that you come from You also told me that you come from a lineage of abuse.
A lot of black people do. So
no. I'm talking about you.
A lot of black people are poor. So don't sit up there. I'm not talking about. Sit up there and isolate me. No. I'm the only black person that grew up in abuse.
No, that's not what I said, sweetie. That's not what I said.
And we're not going to sit up here and act like
you talking about. Listen, I'm explaining to you. I'm explaining to you. You're right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want to explain to me. I already know what you're going to say. It doesn't matter. If somebody tells me something as a child, I'm going to listen to it. How you going to judge me about something I did when I was 21?
Did I judge you?
Because you're thinking about 2023. That's y'all niggas' problem. Y'all always want to wonder why a woman did something, and then when we tell you, oh God, that just doesn't make any. It don't matter if it makes sense to you. That's their experience. It don't matter why that girl stayed with him. There's a reason why. There was something psychologically in her mind that made her feel like, no, I gotta stay with this man. He gonna change. He probably manipulated her into thinking that. I don't know. But just because you don't understand, that's not for you to understand. It's not for you to understand, especially if you don't want to help. So let's go back.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at these comments. Y'all keep talking about her stomach, man. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. It gets worse, man. That's why I haven't even. The weight issue. Oh, that's part 3. That's gonna be tomorrow. Oh, the literal elephant in the room. Oh, it gets addressed and it's glorious. It's a little tease for tomorrow. Shout out to MOP. He says, check please. This is beyond crazy. I hear you, bro. And somebody else. Project Leroy left a comment here. I just saw it. I can't find it. Project Leroy has said, this isn't the one, but he said she comes from a lineage of cowards. I can't find it, but that's...
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I will never back somebody up for... You should be smart, obviously. Be smart. Pick and choose your battles. But I don't give people pats on the back for being cowards, and I damn sure don't give people pats on the back for being cowards. Real quick, I had my last job that I worked at, give me 30 seconds. The last job that I worked at, I told you guys I was a logistics manager for a trucking company. My boss was a tall white dude. His name was John. Really nice guy, about 6'5", slim dude, really nice guy. But here's the thing about John. He was a fucking pussy, bro. He was legitimately a scared man. He was probably close to 50, if not I think he was in his 50s. So I was 35 at the time. And he was just so scared, and he would make my job so much more difficult because he would never address the company that we worked with. He would never address their management and their obscure way that they handle things. It was just bizarre. That job made me quit and start working for myself. That's how bad it was. And it was 5 minutes from my house, and I was making about $60K. Not great, but I wasn't struggling. But the whole point is that he had a 16-year-old son. And one of my fellows managers, we was all having a meeting one day, and he actually left the big boss, and he was like, I bet John's son a pussy, bro. Man, some people come from a lineage of cowards, man, and I can never respect that. You just set your family up to be cowards as well. Back to it.
We're blaming this woman, but I don't know what they got in New York. In Pennsylvania, we got something that's called 302 that black people don't never want to use because, oh, if we 302 somebody, they crazy.
It's annoying.
No, he should have been 302. If he was getting therapy, I mean, I guess I'm being hypocritical because I can't say what they should have did back then when there was such a stigma on mental illness. But we're putting this blame on this woman when this man obviously had mental issues. And we're questioning why. It don't matter why. People were raised differently. People didn't have a dad like you are for your son. People didn't have that. It doesn't matter if they're adult or not. There are some things that people miss out on life because they didn't have a parent. I know a lot about cars. I probably know more about cars than the average nigga because my dad used to make me sit under the thing with a flashlight.
Facts, Leo.
Am I gonna clown the nigga that don't know about cars because he ain't had no dad? I know he ain't had no dad. I'm gonna just clown him. We all had different experiences.
I'm done.
It doesn't matter why. We're here to try to fix it, right? We're trying to fix it.
I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. I'm done, bro. I need a break. Oh, I got water. Never mind.
When I come back to you, it's your job. If you have this son that seems like a pretty great guy, why aren't you out here teaching these men what they didn't fucking have? They didn't have what you had, and they don't have what you're offering. So you want to talk about, oh, I don't want to teach them. Why not? You were blessed to be the type of man that you are. Why can't you bless your community with the knowledge that you have to build them to be men? All this fuck shit don't matter.
Facts.
Why she got pregnant? Why he doing this? I don't give a fuck about none of that, yo. We're here to talk about solutions. So I'm asking you, why you want to sit up there and tell me you not going to help no single mom's sons be a man when you a man that know how to be a man? That's our problem. We got men that know how to be men, but don't want to teach these pookies how to be men. But then we mad at the girls for fucking the pookies. When we can simply have men like you teach men, yo. I got a wife, yo. You know why I love my wife? My wife adores me. She loves me. She kisses on me. That's better than any hoe out there. Y'all can't even teach them that. How they going? Y'all crying about us not being married, but y'all married men not teaching men the value of marriage, but being submissive. I bet your wife is submissive to you because of the type of man you are. You think these niggas is getting submission when they not the type of man you is? What's wrong with you? We just supposed to give everybody submission, huh? They ain't got to do what you do and raise their son. They ain't got to make their son into no proper man, but we got to be submissive to him? That don't make no sense. So I'm going to ask you again. Why don't you want to help teach these men to be proper men? Because I'm doing my part when I meet women in the world.
Stop the cap. Why you always lying?
I'm calling 1,000% cap on that. Look how she's defending women at every single turn. Do you really think she's the type of woman to see another young lady act in a certain way and step in to correct her? No, and I've said this before. Older women never correct younger women. Maggie, the substitute teacher, had a great point. I know you guys seen that sound bite because you know Maggie, she found. But the sound bite done went viral. I'm actually going to add it to a video of mine. I seen a Poor Man podcast add it to his video he had yesterday. She said this, and I need to message her because I want to give her props. She said this, and I had never heard this saying before. Men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. I had never heard that expression before. I thought that was great. I need to message her to tell her how great that was. Ross P. Truckin says the asteroid has to be close. Facts, bro. Facts. Let's get back to it. But somebody else has said something real quick. I wanted to see, if I find it, I'll bring it back up on the screen. What's going on, Scott Free? I see you, Ziggy. I see you.
And I try to teach women,
Vanessa, what's going on?
Whatever you do, don't have no baby with no man.
I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to see. Shout out to Vanessa Fisher. She says, who are the people to the left and the right that she's talking to? Delusional. And tomorrow's episode is even worse. It goes up to 10. It goes up to 10 tomorrow.
If a man is not married to you, if he's not devoted to you, don't have no baby with the man.
I'll give her that.
Some of the girls listen, some of them don't. A lot of their eyes are being open because we're on social media. So if you're on social media teaching men, maybe you could open some men's eyes. And maybe women will be more loving when their men are more loving. Maybe women will be more submissive when a man talk about, I just want to find me a black woman to love. Maybe. That's how it will work. But as long as y'all niggas is talking about, oh, fuck y'all black bitches, nappy-headed bitches, right? Or nappy-headed girls, right? As long as y'all calling us nappy-headed, right? You think that's gonna make my coochie wet? A nigga telling me I'm nappy-headed? You think I'm gonna be submissive to that? And that's the narrative that y'all putting around? I
apologize. We got a super chat. This is what I wanted to say. I wish Drew would have said this. Who is calling women nappy-headed? I challenge you. I would love to hear that shit. I know Don Iman said that shit. His ass got canceled like a son bitch. Shout out to EJ. He says, Shirley, us men is most definitely judging you. You can shame men, but you can't shame a woman. But at the end of the day, where's your husband at? Where's your husband? Facts, bro. Facts. And she swore up and down that she didn't want to be married and all that. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Single by choice and all that nonsense.
A man like you
got one more
that can teach men better. There's a man like Broken Traditions he's a pretty good man. That's a pretty good man.
He's a good dude.
I wish he would focus more of his content on making more men like him so our nieces and our granddaughters or, younger women can have some men out here to build the families that you're asking for, to build this family structure. But as long as y'all keep talking shit and worried about why a woman did this and why a woman did that and why a woman do this, we're not going to get nowhere. So what's your solution?
Can I talk?
Yeah.
All right, without being interrupted? Thank you.
Go in, Drew. Facts, Mona.
If y'all do not know how to pick a man, that is not my concern.
Talk to him.
That was your father's concern.
Talk to him.
And if you did not know your father, you need to talk to your mother.
Talk to him.
It is not my business to try and repair a broken 13% of niggas that ain't worth it. That is not my position. This era is in error. If you can't control your WAP against the 13% of men that ain't shit, what makes you think that they're gonna listen to me when I try and help them? I did a whole live stream. You talk about making a live stream. You talk about reaching out to people. This is what I do 3 days out the week. I dedicate this to that.
Thanks, Melanie.
And I try and help. For those who listen, they listen. If they don't, you can't fix what's broken.
Right.
You can't. So I'm not trying to fix none of that shit. It's not my responsibility.
So what?
I'm sorry, I gotta pause for a second. Shout out to Zig. Shout out to Ziggy representing the A.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
But I'm laughing, Zig, because I didn't even see you in the chat. That's the first. I just grabbed this one, not even knowing it's Ziggy, and that's what he got to say, bro. Ziggy's 40, but glad you made your way over here, Zig. Salute to the A. Russ P. Truckin says, "I'll make more money when women love me. I'll make more money when women love me." Facts, bro.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
What are we talking about here? And I think I said it earlier about her emphasis on love. About love, like grow up, man. This love is not the most important thing. Back to it.
Hold on, please don't interrupt me.
I'm irritated, by the way.
Okay, I'll let you cook.
Go in,
I'll let
Drew.
you cook. All right. A complete and total stranger, if they find value in what I do here and they have questions for me, they can ask me. All right. If they don't see value in what I do here, they can keep it pushing. But it's y'all responsibility, because y'all are grown, y'all are bosses and everything else, to understand what you're dealing with before you lay down with these dudes. And what, for the life of me, and this is not new behavior. This behavior has been going on for a long time.
Okay, so
it's
we're
like,
gonna understand.
please don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. Please don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. I didn't. I really didn't.
Darian?
Okay. Women outnumber men 8-1.
Facts, Almanaz.
All the statistics prove, the statistics that you and a lot of women don't believe in, it proves that y'all are fucking the same guy. And when we look at these guys are never good. There's a lot of Nick Cannons and NBA young boys and futures running around minus the bread.
Talk to him, Drew.
Our community is so fucked up that there's a new game show hosted by Kevin Hart about who's gonna be Nick Cannon's next baby mama. That shit is not funny.
Facts.
I find it disgusting.
Saw that bullshit. It's disgusting.
And a lot of these women out here are sexual deviants. What do you mean by that, Drew? Well, I'll explain it to you. For years, you complain about the passport bros, but for years, y'all been going down to Jamaica and get your spines knocked out. And all of that video's coming out now. But guess what? I've known about that since the 90s. My brother Rico Saro's in the chat right now. 16-year-olds during the summer, they left the Bronx and went to Jamaica, coming back. Yeah, man, me stretched out some punani.
Back to it. That just made me laugh.
Utah.
Talk to him, Drew.
Black woman, good and grown, fucking on these 16-year-old boys.
You see, I'm sorry to pause it again, but you guys see, he just called the women out for the passport shit from going down there. We covered that. The bamboo, hashtag just a tip. You see her cover her face when he was talking about that. There's no accountability, man. She can't even control herself. And everyone keeps saying, who's she turning to? That's the goddamn wingman. You got to deliver. That's Uber Eats. She got to go get the goddamn door. Back to it. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
Please, let's not point the finger, because when you point the finger, there's 3 fingers back pointing back at you. So when you talk about it's a shared responsibility, I'm not putting it on. I'm doing my part. This is my outlet. And if these niggas see value in it, which a lot of people do, they do. If a Pookie could see what I'm doing here, then they say, you know what, maybe I can make some changes. Maybe I can follow what this brother's saying. But the sad reality is there's 13% of niggas that ain't shit. I can't help that. But you know what y'all can do? Be responsible. Take accountability. Be responsible. No, because y'all proven to be very irresponsible. And I'm calling a stop to it. I'm calling a stop to it. With the first, when you're an alcoholic, what do they tell you? The first thing they tell you is admitting you have a problem.
Facts.
Okay? These chicks, I know chicks right now, 3 different dudes, but I'm sorry, 3 children from a dude that she's not married, but that nigga, right? My homegirl Jamila, God rest her soul, she died 6 years ago. Okay? She had 3 kids from this dude, and those 3 kids got half brothers and sisters all in a 10-block radius. I said, Jamila, why are you still? She never gave me a concrete answer. Nigga had no job. The nigga used to smoke crack, all kinds of weird shit. I said, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I can't tell her nothing. I can't. So when you look at these women that have multiple children from multiple dudes, and you look at these dudes, these niggas is bum niggas.
Facts.
Y'all made that choice. Don't put them niggas on a good nigga like me. Those are not my sons. If they could come here and see value in what I'm saying, if they saw value in Kevin Samuels, they see value in Obsidian, they see value in Dennis Sperling, they need to get their fucking shit together and listen. Because you know why? They didn't learn it in a household, because a lot of those brothers came up in single parent households with the mothers, because the mothers made bad decisions.
Bang! Bang! It's good! Drew cooking. I just had to stop because I had to call somebody. BLJ, bro. BLJ says, Coop, I just contacted Maggie, what you said. She said, thank you for your support. Yo, what's up with BLJ, bro? I appreciate it. BLJ got more YouTubers on the text than I do in this bitch. He was talking about, he texted the lead attorney the other day. He just hit Maggie up. I was thinking about DMing her shit. She already know. Appreciate you, bro. I see you, BLJ. What you up to, man?
They make the bad decisions.
Sometimes people make bad decisions. This is life. Sometimes people make bad decisions.
Yeah, but own it.
Like, a lot of niggas go to jail, they made a bad decision.
Own it.
This is life. So what I'm asking you, if women are owning it, because I don't know what y'all are not owning about. When I'm in conversations with women, or even on certain,
y'all look terrible.
Like you just said, Cynthia G's comments, there are a lot of women that admit that they made mistakes. There are a lot of women that grew up and realized they made mistakes, and they're not going to make them again. But
time out. Wait, time out. Let me address the chat. Queen, you're absolutely right.
Oh, God.
Women going on vacation to Jamaica getting fucked has nothing to do with passport brothers. You know why? The passport bros are looking for wives.
Fine.
Women are going to Jamaica
passport
just to
bros
get
ain't
fucked.
looking for no wives.
You don't know that. How many passport bros you know?
I know they're not looking for no wives.
How many passport bros do you know?
How they looking for wives when they not applying for no?
How many passport bros do you know?
How they looking for wives and they not applying?
How many
for no
passport bros do you know?
It don't matter how many I know.
Yes,
I know what y'all showed me.
It does. You don't know any.
She don't know.
She just don't know any.
Joker.
Wait, what are you talking about? This dude was on the national news, yo.
You don't know any, baby. You don't know. Watch this.
He clearly stated he wasn't looking for a wife. He made the national news.
But here's the thing, if you guys, and I wanted to pause this for a second. She brought up Austin Hollerman. Here's the thing about Austin Hollerman. That motherfucker 23, bro. He shouldn't be looking for at 23. I'm saying that as a dude who got married at 23, and I was obviously too young for it at the time. I'm just now, I just started having the inclination to get remarried and have more children when I got to my late 30s, because that's when I should have started my family. I shouldn't have started my family when I was 23, looking back on it in retrospect. But she says, but this lets you know, I pointed this out before. This chick is the internet. She's a troll. She spends her life on the internet. She knows Austin Holloman. She knows who these people are. She knows every single name he's mentioned. She knows them. So it just amazes me. She's going to talk about passport bros, but doesn't have any idea other than I know their names. How many passport bros do you know? She couldn't name them because she don't know. She's just talking, Joker Tango.
So
That's
what?
I represent.
So what? But I asked you how many passport bros do you know? Because there's niggas with passports, and then there's passport bros. There's a difference. There's niggas that go to DR.
I know niggas with passports. I know niggas with passports that got kids and kids
that's
in
not
America.
A passport, bro. That's not a passport, bro.
I know military men.
That's not a passport, bro.
What does it have to do with passport?
That's not a passport, bro. What did I just say? What did I just say the passport bros are doing?
This in the 90s.
What did I just say? What did I just say the passport bros are?
Shout out Kenneth Jones.
What did I just say? Again, you're not listening.
No, I'm not listening.
What did the passport bros? What did I just tell you the passport bros are doing?
Several military men that have kids here and kids.
Is that a passport, bro? Is that a passport, bro? I just said there are men with passports and there's passport.
Passport bro wasn't even invented then. It wasn't even no internet when this man was doing this.
Okay,
this is somebody that personally know in my life.
When you was talking, I just said I know niggas that go to DR just to fuck. That's not a passport, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get the lingo down, baby.
That's sex tourism.
Passport bros are looking for traditional women to marry.
Okay.
There's niggas that go into different countries just for the sex. That's not a passport, bro.
And side note, I said that yesterday. That's been going on. I think Selena Mason said it in the chat. I think she said her husband Brian was like, guys have been doing that forever. Correct me in the chat. I know people have been hitting the passport thing since I remember the guys being soldiers fighting in the Vietnam War in the 60s and 70s and going into Thailand for R&R, and that's what made Thailand grow as a country, was their tourism. So sex tourism has been going on forever. I said I was in Thailand 15 years ago, or close to 15 years ago, and I met dudes who have been overseas for decades already. But it's always becomes a problem when a black man start doing it. White dudes have been sex tourism in it. I say since the 60s. You guys let me know if it's been prior to that.
I want you to send me some videos of men that are married. I want you to send me a video of a man that's having an experience and showing his life, because that's what people do nowadays. If there's a man that's over there and he's married, and
you said something about white supremacy. And I find that strange. I mentioned something about an algorithm. Everything that comes up in your algorithm is what's searched the most.
Down bad.
On your phone, on your tablet, on your desktop, on your laptop. So you're getting fed a lot of the negative.
Well, I just asked you to send me stuff. I mean, I have several different
No. And I can't. I'm telling you it's out there.
Information come up on.
Yeah, I'm telling you it's out there.
Okay, but I asked you to send it to me.
Okay, great. But I'm telling you it's out there because I find that strange because people like to research what's in their own best interest.
Come up in my algorithm.
And people like to research, but you see, but you mentioned something about white supremacy, and I find that very rich. I just said that black women chose Uncle Sam over a family structure, and you said don't believe everything you read in here.
Yeah.
But then you brought up white supremacy being a reason why there's a dysfunction in the black family. You just proved my point.
Did I say, maybe I meant slavery? Is that the same thing? But listen. So I was on this other panel the other day, and this man said the same exact thing that you said. He's with a woman, and he was with her all this time, and then she found out for housing, and once she got the housing, she left him. And you know what I told him? Bitch, she was gonna leave you anyway. You wasn't the nigga for her. Obviously, there was something that you was doing, probably beating her ass from the way he was talking to me.
You know what I find real rich?
Y'all seem to think that y'all such good niggas.
You first of all,
Why do y'all think that?
Let me let you know something.
This how y'all act. Y'all act like y'all home loving us and doing all this to us and
Talking
bringing
about
us
love
flowers and dining
no
us.
one's doing it
and
to you.
And then the motherfucking check come in and we out. What the fuck? Don't hit me with that shit, yo. Don't sit up there and act like we ain't watch our fucking auntie get beat the fuck up. Like we didn't see our neighbors across the street. Niggas set their house on fire. You act like people's cousins ain't living the projects and we seen what the fuck was going on. Quit.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, one of the brokest, toughest, hardest cities in the United States. And I ain't never seen my family member get a goddamn house bombed by another family member. Like, what are you on? No, I'm sorry. Bitch, no, you don't deserve the right to be called a woman. And the reason, and Drew was trying to allude to it, yes, you've never been whined and dined like that. Because why? Because you're unworthy of it. And I'm not even talking about, let's put aesthetics to the side. I'm not even talking about physical appearance. It's your demeanor. It's your attitude. It's the way you conduct yourself that you don't even have enough sense to come on the show with Drew and not be inebriated. What are we talking about here? That's another, what are we talking about here? This chick drunk. Let's finish off this video because I'm getting upset. Shout out to homie BLJ. He says, I get so tired of women shitting on men. We've become used to it, man. I honestly didn't even realize. It took the Manosphere content for me to actually realize it. I guess I noticed this subconsciously, but creating content, it brought it to the forefront for me. Yeah, man, it was something that I just hadn't noticed, man. I've heard it all my life. 5 goddamn decades, it gets old. In the 90s, it's 90s old-ass talking points. Pick some new ones because we evolved from this. Facts, man, because he talked about we've seen our auntie get their ass beat. No, everyone didn't experience that. And she's insinuating the fact, again, something we talked about, I believe it was yesterday, that every single man is an abuser. She said 87% of people her age were abused. The number that she pulled out of her ass right next to her jar of gravy. Shout out to the homie Woke Quill. He says, I've seen women bash Ghanaian, Tanzanian man and also go to Africa with the intent to become mother. But passport pros are the problem. Bro, I seen a video on that. I saw a video on that of women who were sisters actually purposely going to Africa to get impregnated. And that's crazy to me. I can see if it wasn't no black people. There's a lot of black people here. Like, it's crazy, man. Appreciate the super chat, Woke Quill. And let's look, we got big Shirley who hurt you. Thanks, EJ. Appreciate the super chat, guys. Let's finish this off, man.
Playing with me. Y'all be playing. Y'all act like y'all was sitting up there loving on women when y'all fucking wasn't.
Watch this.
Were niggas loving on women?
Watch this.
Were niggas loving on women? Yes or no?
First of all, as it pertains to me and my wife, I ain't no nigga.
Yo,
I'm an
you know
educated
what I'm
black
talking
man.
about. You got homeboys.
I make 6 figures a
Why
year.
y'all loving on women?
Yes.
Why y'all loving on women?
In what year?
Let's say the early 90s.
No, you know why? Marriage was going down. Uh-oh.
Were you loving on your woman?
How could we when y'all accepted Uncle Sam instead of the love of a black
So
man?
if somebody accepted Uncle Sam, you wasn't showing them no motherfucking love. Why don't y'all fucking get that? What are y'all dumb? Is this camera on? That's dumb. That's dumb for you to think the woman really fucking loved you if she left you for a check. That's dumb. She didn't love you, yo.
It's not about love.
When I asked you
about
about 1965, you were completely uneducated about what happened.
Exactly.
Right?
I was born in the fucking 80s.
But you know, you can research it yourself.
Well, I'm not researching that shit. I'm worried about now.
So everything that you're talking about, and hence, this is the problem.
But you're not listening to nothing the fuck I'm saying.
Baby, you are totally proving my point.
But women act like this because
you are proving my point.
They act like this because they didn't have fathers. I'm answering all your questions, and you still.
Yeah, you are. You really are. You really are.
You
really don't even realize it.
I just told you, women are on the internet saying, you know what? It was dumb as fuck for me to mess with women saying that. As a woman having conversations with other women at bars, women are having these conversations. Y'all don't fucking know.
Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about your stupid Facebook group. She bitch acts like those are scientific papers and studies. It's a bunch of lonely, bitter single moms bitching. Y'all not discussing topics that NASA and the fucking Pentagon discuss? You talking about crusty ass Larry from up the street? What are you talking about?
But I'm telling you, these things are happening. I'm telling you that it's happening. What you said about Cynthia G, women are becoming more and more. Y'all hate this motherfucker, right? Yeah, she's telling women the same thing you're saying. Be more responsible with y'all womb, and y'all hate her. Y'all hate her for that. So more women are being more responsible with their coochie. They are. It's going to take a while for everybody to be responsible with their coochie, but when that motherfucking day come, y'all niggas ain't getting no pussy. Y'all not getting nothing. Cause you know what? We got women out there.
Shut the fuck up. It's only like 5 seconds left. She doesn't say anything of relevance, but that amazes me that she says once women get it figured out that they shouldn't be having these babies, it's gonna dry out for y'all. You're not gonna get no pussy. And it goes back to somebody said it earlier when she randomly out the blue said she could suck good dick. I meant to say it, but I didn't. But somebody said it in the chat how women sexualize themselves. And I've come up with this theory. When a woman sexualizes herself, and it's not anything revolutionary, when a woman sexualizes herself in that matter, especially when it's unprovoked, when they just interject that unneeded, unnecessarily in a conversation, she's doing that because that's all she offered. She say she got that Golf 3000 because that's all she got. It's probably fucking deep throat a parking cone. Shout out to the homie Z Whiff. He said, if us black men are all bums, abusers, do things to kids in prison on the DL with other men, jobless, etc., why does she want to be with us?
I'm rich,
Facts,
bitch.
Z-Whip. Facts, bro. 1,000% correct. Facts. If we're all these horrible things, why do they want to get us? It's like stupid shit they say, Z-Whip. I don't need a man. I want a man. Like, and we're all so terrible. Why would you want some? Why would you want us? Because I don't want no weaved up hood booger.
I'm rich, bitch.
Not one that can fucking give my ass the Russian suplex. What's my man's name on Street Fighter? Zangief? Man, I bet she throw a mean right hook. Get your super chat, man. Shout out to, make sure you guys subscribe to Kofa as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mona D, Bella Ring, Smoke and Talk, 10 Plus Sounds, My Sexy is Strong. Who else I'm missing? Almond Eyes. Let's see. Gross says, drop for the bang for me.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Shout out to you, Kofa. I noticed Kofa likes that bang. I don't remember anyone else ever talking about that soundbite before you, but shout out to you, bro. I got another one for you, man.
Where's my money, bitch?
Appreciate y'all checking in with you. This shit is kind of exhausted. I'm not even gonna lie. Shout out to Boosh Ninja holding me down in the chat as well as Mona D. Shout out to Mona D. Mona D holding it down. And I'm going to go back to taking wrenches right after the program is over. I got to get my tire fixed then right after that. Want to make sure I miss any chat. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Jay Gray, Ziggy, Jar Gray. I just be talking, Ziggy. You notice that about me. I'll say shit and forget it, and I'll read it back in the chat and laugh again. Salute to everybody. It's almost dry. Yeah. Oh my God, man. That just irritates me so much. But again, it goes back to something I said a little while ago. When they sexualize themselves, not even necessarily over-sexualize themselves, when they interject these sexual notions, it's because that's all they have to offer. That's all they have to offer. And she says, once women get it figured out, y'all ain't getting no pussy. Yes, they will. Yes, they will, because y'all not that disciplined. Keep it a buck. And also got a theory going. It's not really much of a theory. Women get old as women get older, because men's sexual prime is in our 20s, opposed to women's. Theirs are like in the 30s or 40s. They get worse as they get older, man. They become goddamn little. They become dickheads, like a crackhead. They become dickheads, man. Just slap their ass with the dick, man. They need that shit. Need a penis injection like a heroin. Needs his goddamn heroin, man. Shout out to the homie Eric Jordan. Shout out to EJ. EJ, I haven't been keeping up, man. I had a ton of super chats. I want to say you probably the show sponsor, man, but he said Cynthia G and Big Shirley wants to keep women single because they both in no man's land. That's a great point. I heard Obsidian call Cynthia G the bald eagle when I was watching the show, and I lost my shit, bro. I lost my mind when he said that. And then here's the thing that I have about Cynthia G, and I said it before. Big Shirley kept saying we don't like Cynthia G for whatever, a plethora of excuses that she made, saying that that men are we just don't like her just because. We don't like her because she said abort people that look like me. And they said abort people that look like you. When she says abort black babies, she wouldn't say, I'm not talking about y'all bitches. No.
I'm rich, bitch.
She said that your father should have been aborted. Your uncle should have been aborted. Your son should have been aborted. That's what she's saying. But these women, they don't think like that. It's like the Chris Rock joke back in the day. What he used to say about hip hop being bad. What he used to say about from the window to the wall, the sweat dropped down my balls. And he like, to all these bitches falls. And women be like, he ain't talking about me. Hit it from the back, hit it from the, and just go back to dancing, man. It's the same exact thing. They don't think that the same words to these women that they follow, they don't think that those same words apply to them. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's see here. Shout out to the homie Craig, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
Where's my money, bitch?
Just a straight love, man. Appreciate it, yo. I appreciate the chat, you man. Hopefully, I usually try to. We went about 2 hours, man. No more Hawk 3. Y'all were roasting her. Shout out to MOP. Y'all were roasting her in the chat. Oh, I think I got one more. Shout out to the homie Juice. I got to take another shower after here. Facts, man. Facts. Elaine said it in the chat. She was like, Theo, I don't know if I can take another round of this. I'm like, me neither, bro. I don't even, man. I said I was gonna quit smoking weed, which means I didn't smoke yesterday. Now I'm like, man, I'm fiending, bro. I gotta roll. I said I was done. I ain't make it 24 hours yet. This bitch got me stressed out, and I don't even know this hoe. Oh, fuck, Rasputia looking ass. No broken tradition. She can't come over here with that nonsense. No. He said he's gonna invite her over here. No, thank you. No, thank you. Shout out to the squad, man. And we're gonna be back tomorrow for part 3. Part 3, I think part 3 is when it's the finale. I was thinking about Drew versus Shirley, the trilogy. I was thinking about putting that on the thumbnail. But they're going to address the issue, the literal elephant in the room, and that's her size. And if y'all think she was making excuses before, she going to pull some shit out of her ass, man, and it's just amazing. Shout out to the homie Kevin. He says, can you do a show devoted to Cynthia G and her talking points? Here's the thing, Kev. I'll keep it a buck with you. I probably will never, because I won't support Cynthia G. I had never heard of her. The first time I heard of Cynthia G was when that clip went viral. I think it was a year ago when she said that all black babies should be aborted. And it's crazy how, it's just funny how, it's not funny. It's not funny, it's white. How that should have got you canceled. She should have got her channel deleted saying some shit like that. But she didn't. And that just goes to show you how a lot of groups, they don't value black people in that essence. And then the other thing, man, only other time I listened to Cynthia G was recently when she came out with that rant about Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the Godfather. And you can agree to disagree. And let me know in the chat. I see you guys were saying Jason Black was going off last night. What did I miss? I think he was talking about Just Pearly. Let me know in the chat. I'll be in the chat as well. I always say this, once the stream is over, I'm in the chat for like 5 minutes. If y'all want to just bullshit, I'll be around right after that. But when she talked about Kevin Samuels, you can agree to disagree with people. You can not like someone's opinion. But the things that she said about a man that's been dead well over a year, that screams mental illness to me. It seems like it's something wrong with you. Again, I've never followed enough of her content to properly formulate this opinion. I will admit it. But from those 2 instances that I saw of her saying that black men should be aborted, I obviously have a problem with that. And the way she was talking about Kevin Samuels, he's been dead over a year, talking about rolling over in the grave and eating worms. And I don't even like to even regurgitate some of the things that she said in that video. It's appalling. But man, I never, please don't do Cynthia G. The fact, man, and the chat is kind of speaking for it. Never heard of Cynthia G. Sheila, I didn't until last year. Like I said, I just told my 2 experiences with her. But yeah, it's weird, man. I pray for the brothers who hit that. Facts. And then I read on top of it, Cynthia G, she a baby mama. Like, I guess she done got shut up by, the club done got shut up by a Pookie or 2. Like, what are we talking about here? Shout out to Bella Rings. Make sure you guys subscribe to Bella. Bella be cooking. I genuinely think Synthetic G is a sociopath. Bella, and as I stated a second ago, I hadn't watched much of her content. But off that, Kevin, because I listened to the rant, because I know Thon did a reaction to it, but someone else did. So I heard it twice from 2 people. Thon reacted to it and someone else. And I was listening to her, and I was like, something's wrong with this. I think it was O'Shea. I was like, something is wrong with this woman. The way she was talking, I'm like, this ain't no content creating, no man, woman, lack of accountability. No, this was spiraling into something that seems like it's something wrong with you. Cupcaking it up with all right Nick while mocking African Americans. JPT, is that caking it up with all right member Nick who while mocking. Oh wow. See, I gotta check that out. See, that's the thing about Pearly. I've always rocked with Pearly with the manosphere shit. I've never heard her speak about race before. I've seen her, she had her videos, but I just didn't check it out. So I don't even know just Pearly or her thoughts on that is. I'm guessing it's not great, but I'm definitely gonna check that out as well. But make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. And yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat for a few minutes, man. And yeah, man, we'll be back at it tomorrow with the trilogy. Drew versus Shirley. Who's gonna come out on top? I can guarantee you one thing, that before it's all over with, she's gonna be hungry. I'm sorry. I'm done.